Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to Road King USA. Today we're diving into something truly special, the 2026 Austin-Healey 3000 comeback. People have been buzzing about this machine, calling it a perfect blend of classic British style with modern performance, and today we're going to break it all down, from how it looks front to back, what the interior feels like, to how it might perform on the road, what it could cost, and finally my honest thoughts. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and stick around, because this one is absolutely stunning. Let's start right up front. The moment you walk up to this car, you immediately get hit with nostalgia. That unmistakable Austin-Healey grille shape has been reinterpreted for 2026. The chrome surrounds are bold, polished to perfection, and the signature oval opening feels like it's smiling right at you. The headlights are circular like the originals, but they're now full LED with modern adaptive functionality, giving a crisp white glow that feels like a perfect merger of old and new. The hood swoops down beautifully, and when you look at those classic fender lines flowing into the front bumper, you can almost feel the history, except the panel gaps and fitment are tight, modern, and much more refined than vintage cars ever were. As you walk around the side, that classic long bonnet, short deck proportion is unmistakable. But up close, everything feels re-engineered for today's world. The beltline is clean and simple, with minimal clutter and that elegant curvature British sports cars are known for. You'll notice sculpted side sills that give it a muscular stance. This isn't just a pretty face. The wheels, likely in 18 to 20-inch configurations depending on spec, fill the arches nicely, and the tires look ready to handle both back road thrills and highway cruising. The side mirrors feel modern and aerodynamic, leaning into efficiency, yet the overall silhouette keeps that retro charm. When you glance toward the rear, the fastback-like taper feels purposeful. It looks like wind would almost fold around it. Now take a moment to absorb the back of this car. The taillights are a beautiful reinterpretation of the classic round Austin-Healey lamps, now full LED with crisp signature lighting, and they sit within horizontally wide rear quarters that feel strong and planted. There's a subtle spoiler lip nicely integrated into the deck, not too shouty, just enough to hint at performance. The rear bumper is minimalist yet purposeful, featuring dual exhaust outlets that give this car a sporty finish. Look at how the chrome trim around the bumper and exhaust tips tie back to the front. It feels cohesive, like someone respected the heritage but didn't let nostalgia hold them back. Slide inside and you're transported into a world where classic meets contemporary. The seats are beautifully upholstered. You'll see high-quality leather, with contrast stitching that highlights each contour. The dashboard is simple and elegant, with real aluminum and wood accents that don't feel fake or plastered on. The gauge cluster is a mix of analog-styled dials with digital internals, giving you modern readouts without losing that classic vibe. The steering wheel is thick-rimmed and perfectly sized, recalling vintage steering wheels but with perfectly placed buttons for audio, cruise, and driving mode selection. The center stack is uncluttered. Climate controls are big and intuitive, and the infotainment screen is tucked in, not slapped on, with crisp graphics and easy mapping. There's more headroom and legroom than you'd expect, especially for taller drivers, and visibility is excellent, a nod to British roadster heritage. You feel like you're in a classic, refined cockpit, but also in a car that belongs in 2026, not 1963. Under the hood, rumors and early speculation point toward a high-revving internal combustion engine or a modern hybrid setup, likely a turbocharged inline-six that echoes the original B series but with way more power and significantly cleaner emissions. Think quick throttle response, a broad torque curve, and an exhaust note that's rich and memorable without being obnoxious. Some renderings even tease optional performance packages with adaptive suspension, bigger brakes, and launch control, which, if true, would turn this beauty into a real driver's machine. We don't have official horsepower numbers yet, but expectations in enthusiast circles sit well over 300 horsepower, enough to put a smile on your face every time you stomp the accelerator. Now let's touch on pricing, because that's always a big question. The original Austin-Healey 3000 was a classic collectible. This modern interpretation feels like it's playing in a premium tier. Based on early industry whispers and similar retro-modern roadsters, you might expect base prices starting in the low six figures. Depending on options, performance packs, and trim choices, it could creep higher, but if you're buying this, you're buying a statement, not just a vehicle. That said, given the craftsmanship and likely limited production run, that price feels justified to many enthusiasts. So what do I think? First, This car walks the line between respect and reinvention like very few others. It doesn't feel like a museum piece with modern bits grafted on. It feels like something that could have legitimately been built today with respect for its history but honesty about modern expectations. The exterior balances classic elegance with aggressive modern cues, the interior feels like a driver-focused haven with premium materials, and the performance potential looks exciting. The price, while not cheap, matches the story and exclusivity. Here's my suggestion for anyone considering one. If you're a classic lover who's longed for modern reliability and performance, this car might scratch that itch better than any resto mod. And if you're chasing a unique automotive experience that turns heads everywhere you go, this could be your next garage gem. Alright folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Austin-Healey 3000 comeback. What do you think? Is this reinterpretation worth the hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to Road King USA for more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.